Okay, here are three 9130 receivers and barrels. Now, we're in the habit of always saying, you know, that it really doesn't matter what year they are. Because a lot of them now that you come on are 42, 43, up in that era. And, a lot of times, like this is a 42, and the machining isn't great, real rough. But generally, they function fine. You wouldn't know it by operating one. It seems to work the same. This is a 29. This is a 21. Which, okay, here's the thing you should watch. You pick these things up, if you're not careful with them, the trigger pin can fall out. Because there's nothing holding it in there if it's not in the stock. So you do have to watch that, or else it disappears. And this is actually the one I carry around a lot and shoot a lot because it's my best shooting gun. And I've got it apart today because I got to clean crap out of it. Because I've been dragging it around all winter. But that's a nice shooting gun. And like you can see, the machining is just so much nicer on it. But, like I say, we always have a theory. Well, the old ones seem, or the newer ones, seem to work just fine. And they actually do. I mean, they function fine. But I think there's more to the story than that. Because I noticed myself, I always tend up going with the older ones. They tend up to be my better shooting ones. And something I was looking at today was the barrel. I really got to watch so I don't lose them pins. You can see the machining on the barrel. I mean, you got poor machining or half-assed machining on the receiver, but also on the barrel. And what there is it's not an even, like if I look at this one, this one's the same thing. There's a really nice even taper starting there going all the way to the end. One smooth taper. Well, not so on some of these ones up in the 40s. It comes along and then makes kind of a step down. Like right here, then it goes in, then it comes back out. It's just all over the place. The machining is really sloppy. And especially when you get up to right here, right where the handguard will go, they just drop down. They know they have to get down narrow, so they get down narrow. But what it makes for is really bad harmonics. You want that smooth, even taper. You don't want that choppy kind of stuff. Like say right in here now, like the machining, you can see it, jumping and bumping, and from here to here, the lathe didn't even touch it. It's the raw barrel blank that it came out of the forge that way. It actually makes a little dip there. So I've got a thin spot, or narrower spot in the barrel. Now, of course, that isn't really going to affect the function of it, except in that harmonically, that's going to be, it isn't going to flex evenly. It's going to be stiffer back here, and flex right here. These things are interesting to work on, but you can see, like here too now, here again, the lathe didn't even touch. It did on this side, but not on this side. Harmonically, they are a mess. But that's where I do have better luck with these old ones. You get that nice even taper, and they always seem to shoot better for me. Well, it's just an interesting observation. And it's just a symptom, or I think poor shooting is a symptom of a bad barrel. But You know, there's more to it than that. But I do shy away from the newer ones. You know, I know when I go in now, a lot of times that's all there'll be. There'll be a pile of 42s or something, you know, or I look at them and I just think, I don't really need one. What worries me too is a lot of times I've been in and I've seen, you know, they have those, what they call it, snipers, but they're the like reproduction sniper. What they really are is they've taken like a 42 and drill a couple holes and stick a scope on it, a cheap reproduction scope, and then they're selling it as a sniper. And that doesn't mean the gun is any better. You know, an original sniper, yeah, but, you know, not a made-up one. But sometimes I get the feeling they're making them out of guns that would be hard to sell otherwise, but put a scope on them. You call them a sniper. It's a theory. It's just a theory I go by, but I have found I like my older ones better.